Hey guys and gals, we want to welcome y'all back to a fishing report. We're doing something a little bit different this time. I'm going to be with Ty. Usually we're fishing together. I'm the boat captain in his high school team, so we're going to kind of do a tandem report tonight. We're going to cover the tournaments this weekend. You had two, Ty. Well, we're going to let them know what you was fishing this weekend.
We were fishing the SAF regional tournament out of Catawba Friday, and then I fished the BFL out of Kentucky Dam Marina on Saturday.
Okay, and the SAF, that was for advancements to the state tournament, correct?
Yes.
Okay, they take a percentage of the boats from the regions. There's 4 regions in Kentucky, right? And they divide those up into fish certain areas, and the region 1 fishes, which lake is it? Barkley? Is that Barkley? And then they have the state tournament on Kentucky, correct? So this was a qualifier for the state tournament, which will be held this week, which is a Friday and Saturday tournament, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How many boats do they have in the tournament Friday?
112, I believe.
112.
Well,
so a lot of,
that's Friday. That's for Barkley. They had 112 for Barkley.
Yeah. A lot of boats.
I'm not sure for the BFL. There was quite a few, though.
So on the SAF tournament, that was canceled. It was originally scheduled for the week before, correct?
Mm-hmm. The Saturday prior to when it was.
And they moved that because of the wind
and conditions. Yep.
Okay. So y'all were supposed to fish on Saturday, so they moved it to Friday. So how did that affect your pre-fishing? Did you fish the week before and find them, and then have to find them again, or how did that?
Well, they stayed. And the fish I was on stayed, and that really is what did it for us. Is the fish? You know, a lot of people's fish moved after when they rescheduled it for the next week, but all my fish stayed, and I didn't have to find any other, relocate any other fish. So,
because this time of year they can change, pretty quickly,
really
can
fast.
Yeah. Because you're kind of, what kind of pattern was you fishing? Like the spawn, or was it pre-spawn?
Post-spawn fish.
Post-spawn?
Yeah, post-spawn fish.
What kind of weight did you have?
I had 18.6.
18.6. That's a good weight.
5.
And what did you have on?
Fish.
Green fish?
Yep.
All of them post-spawn?
All post-spawn.
What was like a lot of the other bags that you seen? Was it a mixed bag, or was it
mostly green fish? I mean, it's Barkley. There's not as many smallmouth as there is on Kentucky, especially on the south end. And it's, I talked to a lot of people, and they, it was a flipping. That's what everybody does over there this time of year is flip. It's Barkley during the spawn is a flipping lake. So that's what most people were doing. So I think that's why most people caught all largemouth.
So did you go into it focusing on post-spawn fish? Is that kind of what your idea was, or just that's what you kind of found in practice?
That's just what I found in practice. I found a few fish that I thought were on beds, but I didn't mess with them because I was having so much luck with post-spawn fish out in a little deeper water, and that's kind of what I focused on because there was a lot more numbers out there that I could choose from, and you didn't have to fish perfect and get every fish in the boat and all, that kind of stuff. So that's what I focused on mainly.
It looked like there was a lot of 10 to 15 pound bags, or maybe even probably 14 pound bags that were brought in that day. So a lot of people, it seemed like, were catching the same size fish. How many fish did you catch during the tournament Friday? Did you catch a lot of keepers, or was it just 5?
Yeah, we probably caught, I don't know, we probably caught 12, 14 keepers. Right?
Oh, it was a good day then, wasn't it?
It was a good day.
Pretty much, mostly they fish in the 3 to 4 pound range. Would you say there's a lot of those fish?
A lot of 3 and 4 pound fish weighed in.
And so you got first Friday, so you won the regional, so that qualifies you for state, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so when do you fish the state tournament? When is that? What is that?
This Friday and Saturday.
Okay, and that'll be on
Kentucky Lake,
and that's a 2-day event, correct? So it'll be a cumulative weight tournament. So you'll fish Friday,
fish 2 days,
and then Saturday, and they'll crown a state champion, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so good. Well, hopefully we'll do good in that. That's what we got coming up, and then Saturday, you turn right around and you fish the BFL as a co-angler, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Who'd you fish with Saturday?
Scott Noel.
Okay, Scott. And have you ever fished with Scott before?
I've never fished with him.
So, got to learn some new stuff.
I learned a lot.
Scott's a good guy to fish with.
Good guy to fish with. Great
Good.
guy to fish with.
Where was Scott from?
He was from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Cincinnati, Ohio, and he's fished the LBL circuit for a while.
Yep.
So he was pretty familiar with this.
Yep.
Give us an idea of what y'all were targeting that day, because that day did y'all fish Kentucky or Barkley?
Kentucky.
So it was totally different lakes, so the fish are set up different than what they were during your high school tournament, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So give us a little idea of what y'all did Saturday in the BFL tournament.
Well, we went a little further south and tried to catch some spawning fish. Not necessarily spawning fish, but fish up closer to the bank, and not necessarily post-spawn fish. And then as the day went on, we kind of moved out to some points and on out into some deeper water, and we had more. We caught a lot of fish up shallow. You know, you can have a blast going out there and just flipping and stuff like that right up on the bank. But as far as your bigger fish, it seems like they're out deeper in 8 to 10 foot of water right now, and that's kind of what we targeted at the end of the day. We had a lot more luck with bigger fish out in that, you know, like I said, 6 to 8, 10 foot of water.
Do you think the Kentucky fish are in the same stage as the Barkley fish, or you think there's a different pattern that they're fishing there?
I feel like they're close. They're close. I feel like most of the fish are done spawning. Every fish I've seen has been just skinny and, you know, no eggs or nothing. And I feel like all the fish I've been catching are further out. You know,
Gotcha.
They're not right up on the bank.
So you finished 44th, I think, in the BFL.
Mm-hmm.
How many fish did you have, and what kind of weight did you have in
2
that?
fish for 5 and some change, I think.
Okay, were they greens?
Yes, both green fish.
Okay, and how did Scott do?
He had 5 for, I can't remember what he had on his weight.
I think it was
He
right
had
around.
5. He had one big fish that weighed, I think, 5.3 or 5.4. It was a good fish.
Y'all caught a lot of fish that day?
Yes, we caught a lot of bass that day.
Because I know I've been hearing that a lot of people are saying, you know, in a couple of years, these 2 and 3 pound largemouth they're going to be big fish, and the fishing's probably going to be really good.
It is.
Because the smallmouth still dominated in the BFL,
Yeah.
correct?
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah, I think a couple of the bigger bags, that's what they were smallmouth again. So, just a little or maybe just to give us an idea of what you're kind of thinking about going into the state tournament here. What are you thinking? Because it's Kentucky only. What's your mindset as you're going into that tournament?
I think it's going to be all about cover, any kind of cover in deeper water. I think these fish are going to be done for sure by then, and it's going to be all about finding those post-spawn fish. And I wouldn't be surprised if you can't find a few on ledges, to be honest. I mean, I know years past that a lot of teams that win go out there and they fish ledges. And I wouldn't, you know, with everything being a little early, it seems like this year I wouldn't be surprised if you could go out there and find you know, probably not big schools like you would during the middle of June, July, but right, you know, you could find some little schools out there right now, I would say, or by next Saturday.
Do you think any more fish will move up and still spawn?
I think there's still maybe a couple more little waves, but I would say the big wave is done going in hand. You know, I feel like that was a couple weeks ago. I was catching them way up there, and it's spawning fish.
Right.
Okay.
Well, guys, I'm glad y'all tuned in. We're going to do a recap next week after the state tournament. Hopefully we have a state title maybe, right?
I hope so.
Okay. His partner, Clayton White, give a shout out to Clayton. He's Ty's high school fishing buddy, and y'all fished together since what?
7th grade.
7th grade, and that was your second regional tournament title?
Yes.
So, had good luck in regionals. Now maybe it'll translate into state. You got anything else, Ty?
That's all.
Y'all tune in next week. We'll have another video, right? Good luck. Let's go to state.
0, 1, 2, 3. Let's get started.
stopping me.
Hey guys and gals,